The UK economy has taken a bit of a beating. Lots of people have lost their jobs or they're about to. And furlough is putting that off a little bit. I'm genuinely wondering how many people have an emergency fund or how many people have actually had to use it already. Let me know. Welcome back everybody, my name's Paul. Now I recently started investing and I started this YouTube channel by putting all of my life savings into investments. Yeah, I genuinely did that and that was pretty reckless. It wasn't until about April time until I started getting my shit together, started actually thinking about investments, developing a strategy and getting an emergency fund. And I personally haven't thought about my emergency fund since. I only started thinking about it the other day when Graham Stephan posted a video about him buying a bank. I mean, it was a pretty clickbaity title. He's bought a couple of shares in it. A couple of other YouTubers have done stuff on it recently, mainly for the affiliate links as far as I can tell. But they're talking about this bank called Yotta, where you put in some money and every $25 that you spend, you get a lottery ticket. And that lottery ticket can put you down for lots of prizes. And I was watching the Graham Stephan video and thinking, that's just premium bonds. And so I had a look at their website, and even their website says, inspired by premium bonds. So this bank they've started using in America seems to be pretty big news, when we've had it for a very long time in the UK. I think it was like the 1900s that premium bonds started. I'll find out if that's true in a couple of minutes. I mean, I get it. He's making this video about the bank because he's just bought the bank and it seems to be failing as far as I can tell. And other YouTubers are just doing it because there's an affiliate link thing on it. Don't worry, there's no affiliate links for it here. I'm in the UK. I don't think I can use it. I don't care anyway. But it got me thinking about where my emergency fund was. Because my emergency fund is in premium bonds. But let's talk about an emergency fund and exactly what it is. A financial advisor or any fucking YouTuber would tell you that you have to have 3 to 6 months of expenses in your bank account. To me, that's a lot of money. And I've got to admit, while I do have an emergency fund, I don't think it's that big. And 3 months of expenses to me, if I really squashed it down, that's about $3,000, maybe. I'd be really scrimping by on that. But 6 months, you're talking 6 to 8 grand. And some people even recommend 12 months. That's like half a year's salary to me. Now, I'm not saying anyone should do it like me. Finance is all personal and your situation might be different to my situation. And it probably is. So your emergency fund is there for emergencies. And I mean genuine emergencies, not just when you have an unexpected bill that month or something. So in my view, me losing my job or my partner losing her job would be an emergency. If our ceiling collapsed, that'd be a pretty big emergency. But if our car broke down or dishwasher broke or something like that, that's not an emergency to me. That's more of an unexpected bill. Now I think I've got about $4,000 in my emergency fund. I've been trying to build it up as much as I can since I realized I actually needed one. And I'd say that's quite a low amount in comparison to what the financial advisors would tell me to do or even my bank would tell me to do. But I make that judgment to be a little bit lower because I've got a few safety nets that may not require me to have that much money. So for instance, my job security is quite good. Unfortunately, a pandemic requires healthcare. And that's my ball. My ball? Fuck it, yeah, my ball. My job also has good sick pay, and I have very good life and health insurance as well. So I feel quite covered on that. I have a new build house, so anything that I have in there should be quite new. Anything structural is all covered by an insurance. The only thing I can really see going wrong is if one of the cars breaks. I don't feel I need that bigger of an emergency fund, especially as my monthly expenses are kind of low anyway. But that doesn't mean everyone's in the same boat, and I realise some people in the private sector are going to be struggling for jobs pretty soon. And what we need to remember as one of the core principles of investing is we need a steady job with some income to keep adding to our pot. And we also need to be able to invest money that we don't actually need. The money that you put into investments, you need to be ready to not have to use for about 10 years. All very good reasons to have a big emergency fund. I won't sit here and tell you that I've got a massive emergency fund that's going to help me through a year of my life. I don't think I can build up that much money and have it sitting around in a low interest account. Just my personal opinion though, probably not very good advice at all. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, just an idiot on YouTube. My biggest problem with having an emergency fund is that I don't have a place to put it. There literally seems to be nowhere where you can put a lump sum of money, have access to it very, very quickly, and also earn an interest that is above inflation. It just doesn't seem to exist. Up until now, I've been using premium bonds, very similar to this Yotta bank that all the Americans are talking about right now. If you didn't know already, premium bonds are a government-backed scheme here in the UK. You deposit money, and I think every £25 counts as a ticket. Every month, their little robot Ernie picks out a couple of tickets and gives out prizes. The prizes range from anywhere from £1 million all the way down to £25. It's always been the main place where I've saved money, and I've always seen it as a great place to put my emergency fund. However, the prospective and not guaranteed interest rate has always been lower than inflation. And it's getting worse because they're reducing the prices. From December, your expected return on premium bonds could be as low as 1%. And even that's not guaranteed. But there are quite a lot of reasons why I have my money in premium bonds. For instance, the money in there is 100% secure, as in it's fully guaranteed by the government. It's very liquid, so I can withdraw that money within about 5 days. And the key bit is that £1 million. So technically, without having to pay how much is a lottery ticket worth these days? Is it like a £5 a month or something? £2? So yeah, without having to pay £2 a week or whatever the money is, I have a chance of winning £1 million every month, and I don't have to pay anything for it. Pretty win-win. But it's not that good. Actually, the chances of winning £1 million on premium bonds is 1 in 30 billion. I'll put that into context for you because winning the lottery is actually only a 1 in 45 million chance. The lottery seems like pretty good odds now. In fact, you've got the same chance of winning the lottery as you have of earning £1,000 on premium bonds. Seems less attractive now. In fact, since 2017, I've only won £25 6 times. And I love this one at the bottom where the chances of winning nothing are a virtual certainty. That's good fun of them to include that. I think based on some of the videos I saw about Yotta Bank, it actually had some pretty good prizes and some pretty good odds. But still, it doesn't seem like it's going to be much better chance than premium bonds. So actually, with me only having a small chance of earning 1% on my premium bonds, I'm always looking for somewhere better to put my money. Guys, there isn't a lot out there. I think my ISA was offering 0.1%. Oh, they used to be fucking awesome. And if you're looking at anything over 1%, it's always fixed and it's going to take you a while to get that money out when you need it in an emergency. Because that's what it's for. It's an emergency fund. I still would prefer it though if my emergency fund didn't keep hemorrhaging value every year. I did discover this new account from Natwesto which is offering 3%. It's brand new. There are a lot of catches to it and it's not as brilliant as it sounds, as usual. But it will actually achieve above inflation on at least some of my money. So the catches to it are you can only put in £50 a month. So you've got to slowly build up this 3% over the course of 2 years. The maximum they will pay interest on is £1,000, which isn't enough for your entire emergency fund. But 3% is 3%, right? HSBC comes close with a 2.75 fixed for 1 year, but they allow you to add in a lot more money. That could be quite a good deal for you if you bank with HSBC. But the minimum goal for me with my investments and with my emergency fund is to beat inflation. So £1,000 at 3% with NatWest just seems like the best deal for me. I think my point with this video is to remind me not to neglect that emergency fund. A lot of people stay in the same bank accounts in the same savings rates. And there's still the opportunity out there to make bits of cash, no matter how little they are. And you never know what's around the corner. I've got a baby coming. We're going to be pretty short of cash. And I still want to make that 20 grand into the ISA. I shouldn't really say it, but that emergency fund is going to look pretty tempting by the time I get to April. But just remember, you don't know what's around the corner. And because I've got good job security and good sick pay, good benefits and insurances, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have that all the time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I know that's not the normal trading 2-on-2 investment video you're used to, but it's still a very important part of investing. If you liked it and you're happy to see more, let me know in the comments below and give the video a like. There's absolutely no affiliate link to Yotta or Premium Bonds or NatWest. I'm not going to earn any money off those guys at all. The only time I do earn a free share is from Trading 212. Trading 212 is the investment broker that I use. There is a link in the description below. If you decide to sign up through that link, you get a free share and I get a free share as well. And if you want to continue talking about all things investing, don't forget to check us out on the free Discord. It's absolutely free. There ain't no Patreons or anything like that going on. Thanks again for watching, everyone. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and invest. In fact, since 2017, I've only won 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times.